Morehead State head football coach Matt Ballard joining us after a heartbreaking loss in the PFL opener for both schools, 28-25 today at Drake. And Coach, really another hard-fought game, lots of twists and turns, and your team takes a lead into the fourth quarter and unfortunately lets it slip away. Just your overall thoughts on the contest.
Well, it was a championship, a flavor and feel for this ball game from start to finish. Very well played, hard fought on both teams. Two teams scrapping and going at it to the very finish. We did some tremendous things today in all three phases of the game, of offense and defense and special teams. We gave a valiant effort. We let them slip back into it. We let them overcome us. We overcame penalties and setbacks and crawled back in it and had a shot to take the lead there at the end. It's just unfortunate that we weren't able to capitalize on that at the very end. But again, you got to give Drake credit there at the end. They stepped up and got the big interception, and ball game's over.
Your team today, statistically, with its best rushing performance of the season, Reese McSherry with a career-high 132 yards on the ground. Just your thoughts about how your team moved the ball on the ground today.
Well, you know, we spoke of that a week ago, of how effective that we started running the football. We wanted to build on that and have confidence, and we knew coming in this ball game versus a great team like Drake that we were going to have to find a way to try to run the ball effective and balanced. And that confidence grew today. And you have to tip your hat to our offensive line up front. They did an amazing job. Running back stayed on track, made good reads, made tremendous cuts, ran hard with the football. And then Zach, a quarterback, made the proper checks with the things that they were giving us from a defensive scheme standpoint there. So, you know, that's what enabled us to make a game of this and have a chance to win this thing hand in hand with how hard and how well we played defensively. So, you know, when you come this close and, you know, games that are played with two good football teams and you know you're fighting for a championship, this is usually the result. You get this kind of action.
I know he would clearly trade it for a win today, but Zach Lewis becomes Morehead State's all-time leader in touchdown passes. Obviously in the fourth quarter you'd like to have that pass back where he threw an interception with less than a minute to go. You've always said individual records will be thought of 15 and 20 years down the road, but if you could give us a quick comment on Zach and just what he's done in 4 years for Morehead State.
Well, I'm sure when Zach finds that out, first thing he's going to do is he's going to throw up. I mean, Zach's not about that, and especially on a day like today, his heart's broken, and you know he's trying to make a play, and he played his heart out today, just like he always does. But you know, when the season's over, we're going to look back and reflect and honor and celebrate him and that type of thing. But Zach's going to do any and everything he can for his football team, and that just says that over a long period of time over his career, he's worked extremely hard. He's been a great student of the ball game. He's one of the best competitors around, and he's a playmaker. He's a great quarterback. I wouldn't trade him for anybody's in the country, not even Drake's today. I like number 7. So we'll congratulate him. He ain't going to probably even blink an eye, and he's all about working to get better, and we'll do that this week, and we'll find a way to bounce back.
Dylan Blackburn, leading the way on defense today. He's consistently had double-figure tackles for your team. Your team defensively just allowing 7 points in the first 3 quarters, but I know you've said consistently to your team this year, we've got to play for 60 minutes in all 3 phases. Just what happened down the stretch there, in your opinion?
Well, we just, you know, Drake made the plays, you know, down the end. It wasn't by lack of effort, that's for daggone sure. Dylan continues to lead the way. He's our fire plug each and every day, out there every play, you know, during the week, and making things happen for us. And you know, he's going to leave it all out there in the field. He's going to give everything he's got, and we continue to do that. You know, I think during the second half, they got us a couple times in man coverage. They double moved us, and they got a couple big plays, and that's probably the difference in the ball game from a defensive standpoint.
Your team will have its only bye week coming up, and then it doesn't get any easier with Jacksonville coming to Jane Stadium on October 6th. And I know know you're going to review the tape and have some meetings, but just your thoughts on Jacksonville and the rest of the PFL slate, knowing how difficult it'll be this year.
Well, to be honest with you, I really don't care about Jacksonville at this moment, this time. Most important thing is Morehead State. We're just going to take this week and keep our focus on us and rep things out from a fundamental technique standpoint. We won't even mention Jacksonville, and we'll turn our attention to them next week because that's when we play them. This week, it's all about Morehead State.
All right, that's the head football coach in Morehead State, Matt Ballard. Coach, thanks for your time. Again, the final score today, Drake 28, Morehead State 25. Thanks.